Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to the YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Divyansh. I'm a student here at IISc Bangalore and I yap on YouTube. I haven't uploaded much in 8 months probably. But if you want to complain about that, you go write an email to my institute because they are giving a tremendous amount of work and मेरे से नहीं हो पा रहा इतना सब कुछ. But yeah, because I love making content and I really want to interact with you guys, I thought I'll start with a Q&A video. I know it's pretty basic and that's the first thing you do after you have not uploaded anything in a long time. But let's do it. Alright, so I have all the questions here that you guys asked. Now, so when I uploaded that YouTube short asking you to ask me few questions, I never thought you will ask me like 300 questions, around 300 questions here on YouTube and around 100 questions on Instagram. I cannot answer 400 questions in this tiny video, right? I'll try to answer as many as possible and I don't want to have a very serious discussion. So let's keep it a mix of serious questions and non-serious questions. Alright, so let's start. So the first question is my pre-IISc journey. It's one of the most asked questions and I'm thinking how to answer this, but it's a long journey, yaar. I mean, lots of things happened before I joined IISc, lots of hard decisions, lots of struggle, lot of sacrifices. So I will cover that in a separate video, but briefly I'll say that I never planned I'll join IISc. I always had that ambition that I want to do something in science, I want to become a scientist, but I never planned to join IISc, for instance. You can call it the spontaneity of life or some serendipity kind of thing. I never planned this journey. Fortunately, I am here and I'm having the best time, one of the best phases of my career, I'll say. Personally, I feel I am doing well despite all the stress. This social media thing has worked out pretty nicely, so I'm happy. But let's have a complete discussion on that. This is a good question. What is one thing about research that is misunderstood? It's very difficult to point out just one thing. The main thing that people misunderstand about research is that it's all about studying and it's like a student life. Research is not like what you do in your undergrad or what you do in your school. You don't just read books and prepare for an exam, or one professor is teaching you few stuff and then you understand and just try to pour it down on one sheet of paper after like 6 months. It doesn't work like that. It's actually work. I would say research itself is a job. First of all, I don't like the idea of being called a student, a PhD student. It should be a PhD scholar. What we do in research is we have a problem. We try to find a problem and then we do experimentation. Not just experimentation, we do theoretical work, all these calculations, and it's just like a job. How I can say this, because I have worked before. I was an engineer before and I worked in a company and I know the kind of work makers do in corporate. It's exactly like that. So when people say that PhD कर रहे हो तो मतलब और कितना पढ़ाई करोगे, so it's not exactly पढ़ाई, it's actually work. So that is one thing that is really misunderstood, what I believe. I think I should go to a non-serious question now because that's what we planned. Non-serious question would be, how do you balance your academia and influencer life and your personal life, like being a student, handle mom, dad, and girlfriend? I think you understand what I'm trying to say. No, I don't. Okay, fine. So balancing itself is a really difficult task, and what I feel is nobody actually balances everything out. It's very difficult. I see the kind of propaganda there is on the internet where they want you to work 24/7. They're maintaining their life, their fitness, they are like working on their hobbies, and they're still very productive on their work, making time for their friends, for their families, for their partners. Those are just propaganda. I tell you, nobody in this world can do every single thing. You have to find balance between these things. So think of it as a knob. Think of an equation, a into b equals to 1, right? That's an hyperbolic equation. If you're trying to increase a, the b will go down, right, to maintain that equals to 1 constant. Life kind of works like that. If you want to work on b, for instance, you have to tune down a, and if you want to work on a, you have to tune down b. I hope that is making sense. So it's all about finding that right balance. Sometimes I focus a lot more on my academic life and then I don't worry about what's happening on Instagram or YouTube. But when I am recording videos and when I'm doing this or when I'm making reels, I kind of tone down my research side. I kind of forget about my academic life and I try to enjoy this. Okay, so now I have been in my lab for quite some time, so I'm kind of in good terms with my professor and we kind of have good discussions, good healthy discussions. And one of the discussions we were having while he was telling me that PhD asks for a lot of sacrifice, research for instance, ask for a lot of sacrifice, and you'll realize that after the end of your PhD, you will have very limited friends, or the people around you are very limited, because you cannot make time for everything. And which is true, I understand you cannot make time for every single thing. I would not recommend leaving people to achieve something. It's not just your duty to be in touch with them, it's kind of their duty as well to be in touch with us. For instance, if you're busy with your research or something, and your friends or your partner or your parents kind of understand that yeah, he's busy with doing something important, something big, if they have that kind of mindset, I think the relationships will work out. Don't have to worry about that. What is that one life lesson that you would like to tell your younger self? Okay, very good question. You guys ask like amazing questions. Okay, one life lesson that I would like to give my younger self would be to just chase your dream. I mean, it's very cliche. It sounds very, very cliche, because initially, while I was figuring out what to do in my career and what all things to explore, I kind of just saw what people are doing around me, and I tried to follow that path, which ultimately I realized was not for me. And I know it's easy to say and difficult to implement, but once you have implemented that, I think the results would be very good. Any encounters with science celebrities like Nobel laureates perhaps? Yeah, I mean, I see you have a lot of Nobel laureates coming for guest lectures and all. So, and I do see myself on the mirror every day, so like I'm kind of a science celebrity, no? Okay, moving on. Let's open some Instagram questions. Yeah. Next question. Any haircut tips? I'm kind of jealous of yours. I am having tremendous hair fall right now because of stress, so please don't be jealous. But I do take care of my hair a lot. Now they have asked the question, I didn't notice how my hair were before I started the video, but it's okay. Okay, let me fix that here. Okay, now I can answer. So I use a very basic okay, what is this? Okay, so I use a very basic hair care routine. I shampoo with sulfate-free shampoo because the salt kind of get deposits in your hair follicles. So I use the shampoo or hair conditioner, and I use something called a leave-in conditioner. Once your hairs are wet, you just use a leave-in conditioner. It kind of blocks the moisture in your hair, and that's how your hair stay healthy. And I use a serum after that just to increase the shine. I would like to thank my sister for telling me all these routines. This is like basic routine. It doesn't cost a lot actually. 500 rupees of stuff in total, and you can use it for like 3 months or something. Okay, as a science lover, do you believe that there are ghosts or not? Any horror experiences? I don't believe in ghosts. I get scared a lot. I know there are no such thing as ghosts in anything, but I can never watch a horror movie, and I'll be the first guy to scream on a theater if my friends take me to any horror movies and all. What else? What else? So many questions, guys. So many questions. Kitte sare question puche. How do I pick? Are you in a relationship with someone? You are in our hearts. Thank you so much. You guys are also in my heart. Yeah, I am in a very serious relationship with science. It's a very complicated, semi-toxic, semi-good kind of relationship. Science is in my heart, so what can I do about that? You're too cute and handsome and smart, etc, etc. Oh, thank you so much, guys. Bhai, kitni tareef karte ho tum log meri. Do you have any crush, or do you have any girlfriend? Stop asking me these questions. I'm not going to answer that. What is your deepest desire except being a scientist? There are a lot of things in this country that I don't like. For instance, how scientists or people in research are being treated. Somehow we have become so racist. Somehow we are concerned so much about trivial stuff, like what kind of clothes people are wearing, what kind of language they speak. I see that people on the internet hate each other based on the language they speak. Most of the countries where they are actually doing good work, they're progressing so much faster in terms of tech and research, let it be in healthcare or whatever. And our attention is literally on such stupid stuff. For instance, just the fact that we are 50-60 years behind in semiconductor race, and we still care about such trivial stuff, something very bad, and it's stopping us from actually focusing on important stuff. And I always say this, you can judge a person, the kind of person he is, based on the kind of problems he have. For instance, let's say you have a very good engineer who's trying to build a quantum computer. His problems would be that he is not able to find certain set of solutions for a certain problems. Even if, let's say, you talk about a writer or somebody who's doing really good in their field, their problems would be very different, right? That kind of problem. But if you talk about somebody who is not doing something worthwhile with their lives, they will have a different set of problems. They will go on and go put hate comments on the internet, be sexist or racist or homophobic and all these things. And I would really want to see that change, because I understand as a person who has a teeny tiny amount of brain that these things are so stupid, and that's the change I would like to see. Okay, here's another question. Do you have to be over smart to get into top universities like you? And do you ever face any hurdles in your student life? Okay, let me be clear that I am not over smart. I am not a genius. I am just a normal student. You don't have to be over smart or overly intelligent to be in top universities. It's just a matter of working hard and trying to solve the right questions and trying to find the right path. Don't think that there's any blockage or something. Anybody can join. We are 3 siblings. We kind of have this understanding that we are not smart people, but what we are is we are really hardworking people. So for instance, let's say there's some concept and somebody would understand that concept in like 10 minutes. I might take 30 minutes or 40 minutes or let's say 1 hour to understand that concept, but I know I will sit there until 1 hour, until the point that I have understood that concept. And that's exactly why I'm here, and that's exactly how I'm trying to achieve everything in my life, because I don't quit. I'm just a hardworking person, and that's all you have to be. You just have to be on the path, be consistent, be ruthless, and be admit that if you're doing something, you will do it no matter what. Okay, so a lot of questions. It's already like half an hour. I guess I will cut the video, but it's already a lot of time, and I know the kind of retention people have on social media these days, so I'm not going to extend this video. If you like this Q&A, we'll do another Q&A. Let's have more discussions after that. And if you have any further questions, drop down in the comment sections. I'll take the most comment, because it's so many comments. How will I able to manage? I had an amazing time reading all these questions, and I really want to answer a lot of other questions as well. So let's do that in the next video. Bye.